favorite blur in the YouTube world, and today I'm back with a new video. And today's new video is actually going to be on something that honestly I'm looking forward to. So let's talk about it. Kevin Feige confirms that Marvel movies have been mapped all the way out to 2042. Damn! All right. And also to talk about some movies that are gonna we're gonna see eventually in the MCU. So, for one, I am surprised by this. Like, the structure at Marvel is something that is not completely surprising, but there's structure there, right? He has a vision. Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, has a vision to continue making Marvel movies all the way up to 2042. I like that he has a vision for Marvel movies when it comes down to it. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of Marvel characters that we haven't quite seen solo movie or hero team up movies together. And I think Kevin Feige wants to see more. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look, we're going to continue going forward with Marvel Studios and continue to make movies. Now, the crazy thing about this is that Kevin Feige mentions that during Avengers Doomsday and after Secret Wars, the movies will have a simpler storylines to follow, like streamlined storylines. And I'm like, you know what? I like his thinking. As the president, of Marvel Studios, I think this is a great way to not overcomplicate things when it comes to movies. You know, at some point in time, we've seen that with Marvel, where things kind of got a little complicated and it didn't necessarily work out. So maybe after Avengers Secret Wars, that's a better approach when it comes down to it. And not to have an official reboot, because that's originally what the plan was. I'm not mad at that. I like that he has a vision for the brand. And I like that he wants to do more Marvel movies, all right? So me personally, I'm like, look, if it's working and you guys can continue forward to be successful, why not? Why not? Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean, all right? Hey, I'm not mad at him for doing that. Now, let's talk about something that is the second part of the video when it comes to upcoming Marvel movies that Kevin Feige wants to see as a live adaptation in the MCU. Now, this one right here is a fan favorite. A lot of us want to see this character to eventually enter the MCU. And this character is not necessarily owned by Marvel, but it could eventually be, all right? And I'm talking about a Miles Morales live adoption movie. Birdman Hand Rub, all right? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I cannot wait to see how they introduce Miles Morales into the live MCU. And the thing is, Kevin Feige's like, look, we want to do more Spider-Man movies, all right? Him and Amy Pascal at Sony, because Sony owns Miles Morales. He talks about maybe even doing probably new contracts for Spider-Man. And that makes sense, because if they're going to include Miles Morales in the live adoption, or he may end up being in Spider-Man 5 or 6, because remember, they are doing another trilogy for Spider-Man, which is Brand New Day that starts off the new Spider-Man trilogy. That's a great way to go about it when you think about it. So, yeah, I think what's delaying it is because they haven't finished the animated Miles Morales movie, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. So that's why we haven't seen Miles Morales just yet. Yes, at some point in time, he was almost in Spider-Man No Way Home. Didn't happen. All right, so, yeah, I look forward to seeing that. I was like, you know what? I do want to see that. I'm not even mad. I do want to see Miles Morales in a live adoption movie and have his own solo movies. If they do it the way I think they're going to do it, introduce him in Tom Holland's Spider-Man 5 or 6. Then after that, give him a solo movie, negotiate a deal with Sony, because Sony does own Miles Morales fully. Marvel doesn't. And y'all share the character like y'all do Peter Parker. Now, the next thing is the most surprising thing. And it seems like the Mutant Saga is ahead, right? So Kevin Feige's plan is for the Mutant Saga. It's a great idea when you think about it. So the Mutant Saga will focus on the X-Men, of course, but it seems like the Mutant Saga will also have solo movies on maybe certain X-Men mutants. And I think personally, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that could work because the mutant saga is not gonna be like the previous sagas that they've had when it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the thing of what they're doing is you're gonna have a phase 7, all right, a phase 8, and a phase 9, meaning the beginning of the mutant saga, the middle of the mutant saga, and the ending. So it seems like they're gonna branch off. You'll have certain Marvel movies releasing the first part of that year, the mid part of that year, and then the end part of that year. And it's not only gonna focus on X-Men. Yes, X-Men is expected to have more movies this time around. It is expected that, and this is just speculation, all right? I'm gonna keep it a buck in the bean with y'all. A total of 5 X-Men movies. Woo! Boy, I'm telling you, man, Kevin Feige's confident. I'm not mad at it, all right? Personally, I like where this is going. It seems like Marvel is kind of locking in, having a little bit more structure than they've had before when it comes to, they've had highs and lows with structure. Of course, changes with movies and everything. But honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing where they could go with this, right? Because they've been talking about, we're going to have movies all the way up to 24 too. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. But it is the hardest working blerd on YouTube, guys. You tell me in the comments, which Marvel movies would you like to see from Marvel characters? You tell me in the comments, guys. It is the hardest working blerd on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing and joining the community. Commenting, because commenting helps me get on the algorithm. Liking, because you enjoy the videos. And also, if you want to share, you can share the videos. And also, feel free to check out what you missed out on when it comes to videos, live streams, playlists. The choice is yours. It's your favorite blerd from the internet, and I am out.